7 brutal, bloody murders. 7! And the killer is allowed to walk free? Decent, law-abiding citizens, loyal servants of the Emperor, are being slaughtered. And what do our security forces do? Nothing. I've seen the killer myself, but the authorities say I don't have enough proof. I demand justice.
You think you impress me? Pathetic.
I must be heard. I'm the only one who knows the truth. Several days ago, I spotted a bounty hunter following people seemingly at random, but pointing a strange device at them. The descriptions of the murder victims exactly match the people the hunter was following. He's behind these brutal killings, I know it.
That doesn't seem likely.
No, I know what I saw. I made no mistakes, I'm sure of it. I followed the killer this morning. Saw him skulking into the Mandalorian Enclave. Someone called him by name, Rennigan. This bounty hunter must learn the Empire doesn't tolerate gutter scum like him killing its citizens. He needs to be punished.
I've got a shuttle to catch. You mind getting out of my way?
Fleeing the scene of your crimes, Rennigan?
Just my luck. 10 seconds later and I would have been off this blasted planet. You've been listening to Wrightson. Great. Listen, I didn't murder anybody. I was just hired to tag some random citizens, that's all.
You didn't ask why you were hired to tag random people?
I got instructions, not explanations. Seemed harmless at the time. I had no idea my clients would kill those people. I was hired by a group of Sith to organize games for them. Didn't realize what that meant until bodies started piling up. When I confronted them, they laughed. Said Sith have a birthright to hunt lowlives. It's like a sport to them.
There's no telling what will give a Sith pleasure.
And that's why I'm trying to get as far away from Drummond Koss as possible. I'm in over my head and too many people are watching me now. So I can't even leave. I need help, and I'm willing to pay for it. You interested?
I can't promise anything.
I just want this problem to go away. And I only see 2 ways for that to happen. Either get rid of the loudmouth pointing fingers at me, or end that sick game the Sith are playing.
I think your clients need to find a new hobby.
Works for me. I'll have a plan that'll get them so good, no one will have to worry about fallout. Take this hunter tag. Use it on Sith acolytes all around the city. The acolytes will become my clients' new targets. Don't worry. I'll make sure they survive. Come back when you're done, and I'll pay you. My clients already ambushed one of the acolytes you tagged. Wish I could have been there. Attacking Sith is a major crime, even for other Sith. I sent the authorities an anonymous tip to watch the acolytes closely. When my clients jumped the ones you tagged, they were arrested and executed. Best work I've done in a long time.
Ever consider a career in intelligence work?
And give up all this excitement? No thanks. My loudmouth friend ought to shut up, now that the killers have been caught. That should make life easier. Here, take these credits. Couldn't have pulled this off without you. See you around, friend.
This is not your domain, Keeper. It is mine. It has always been mine.
Of course, my lord.
All you have built here, all you hope to control, it falls apart as easily as a human life. An hour ago, the Minister of Intelligence dropped to his knees and wept before me. You would do so too, if not for fear of being humiliated.
Your dissatisfaction is clear, my lord. It will be remedied. Now I'm asking you humbly to leave. These people are suffering in your presence.
I will leave my domain at the moment of my choosing, Keeper. You, Agent, you were the one sent to Hutter. Is that correct?
That's correct, my lord.
I am Darth Jadus. You served me well in your dealings with Nemro. You will serve me well again.
How do you mean, exactly?
All will become clear in time. Keeper, you will use this one. She will complete the assignment as I have instructed.
She's quite capable, my lord, but she lacks experience. A more seasoned agent...
I have made my decision. I wish the situation resolved before I leave Drummond Koss. See to it that my will is done.
Very well. I'll make arrangements. Congratulations, Agent. You've made a friend on the Dark Council. I don't envy you.
Believe me, sir, it wasn't by choice.
I imagine not, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I want you outfitted and ready to leave as soon as possible. Grab your equipment from the lockers and meet me in my office. Once we're through with your debriefing, we'll discuss your next mission. Come in, Agent. Let's talk. Kaleo, wait outside, please. One of the Watchers will handle your debriefing.
We need to talk about my terms.
I promise you you'll be well compensated. You can discuss the details with the Watcher.
If you say so. You two have a good time.
Sir, I've been reviewing the report of your activities on Hutter. You were busier than I'd expected.
Is that a problem, sir?
That's what I'd like to figure out. You were extremely effective in your mission, and I'm impressed by your efficiency. You used violence as a tool and not a crutch. Not many agents find that balance so easily. So I wonder, why did you join Imperial Intelligence?
I had my reasons. If you need details, I'm sure there's something in my dossier.
I had reasons too. It took me years to reconcile them with reality. Don't let the same thing happen to you. This isn't glamorous work. We're sanitation workers. We clean up after the military and the Sith and do the jobs no one else will. Without us, though, the Empire falls apart. So we do whatever is necessary, even if it's thankless and ugly. You understand?
With respect, that's your view, not mine.
Think about it, Agent. For your own good. Now, as to your next assignment. One of the mandates of our organization is to eliminate dissidents and terrorists within the Empire. We've located one cell of radicals here in the capital working toward the violent overthrow of our government. We must know precisely what these terrorists plan.
I assume this is the task Darth Jadis mentioned?
Although Darth Jadis has expressed concern over the cell's activities, your orders come from me. We've intercepted chatter suggesting the radicals are planning a major attack soon, but we've only identified a handful of cell members. You will investigate the cell and obtain its plans. You'll have 2 operatives assisting you and full support from the Citadel.
Who'll I be working with?
Watcher 2, please come to my office. Bring Kaleo Danis with you.
Watcher 2, huh? That's a pretty name. Is it Twi'lek?
It's basic. Unlike many civilizations, the Empire teaches its children how to count. Watcher 2 reporting, sir.
Kaleo will be your aide in the field. She'll report to you and take your orders, since you seem able to handle her.
I'm making you look good, Agent. You should be grateful.
Meanwhile, Watcher 2 will be your liaison to base. She'll stay in contact remotely and provide you with mission details.
I've heard a lot about your species. Your unique skills should complement the team well.
I don't need reassurance. I may be an alien, but my ability isn't in doubt.
Of course. I didn't realize you were so sensitive. Regardless, I look forward to working with you.
Watcher 2 is one of our finest analysts, a success from the government eugenics programs. Her brain is faster than most computers.
Our primary lead on the radicals is at the site of a slave rebellion beyond Kars City. You've been outfitted with all necessary equipment already. Once you're in the field, signal me via holocommunicator and I'll brief you in full.
You said I'm heading into a slave rebellion.
We have troops cordoning off the area, but you should still be on your guard. We'll talk more on site.
Remember, you're not undercover. Identify yourself as an intelligence officer if you need to, and use the fear that it creates. You're on Imperial soil now, Agent. Welcome home.
Agent, I'm pleased to see you, of course. But I thought you'd be busy with the mission, just as well, I suppose. I'm still plotting the details. So, what can I do for you?
I figure if we're working together, we should get to know one another.
I already know all about you, though. I saw your whole performance on Hutter. If we talked and shared, you'd be the only one learning from the exchange. And that wouldn't really be fair now, would it?
We're partners now, aren't we? Doesn't that count for something?
You really want to know who I am? I'm someone bred for genetic superiority and raised to be a watcher. I enjoy my work, but I don't like getting close to my agents because they usually get killed. Now we've both got work to do. Contact me via holocommunicator when you're on site and ready to go, okay?
Sounds good to me. Looking forward to it all.
Agreed. Goodbye, Agent.
Kimem panino, am kabina bek memno kimgam, umnuk inu memno, am kakam perolak palak.
You're the only other alien I've seen in Imperial Intelligence.
Raga memua inu bunyan, kemapa am kanamia. Manuk marakanaja, ki namabam, yak manala,
I don't intend to disappoint anyone.
Pakamalam aku, pergi ke kama, memua pemguana. Kumia yang mem gamba paka.
You're the new alien, eh? Well, let's see how that works out. I'm Fixer 12. Used to be a field operative, but these days, I keep this place running.
Not the most glamorous work, but someone needs to do it.
We all find ways of serving the Empire. Of course, not everyone understands what service is really about. People here will tell you that the Sith interfere with our work, keep us always fighting with the Minister of Intelligence, that sort of thing. Maybe they're right, but it doesn't matter. Our job's to obey orders. Our job's to deal with the enemy.
And who do you consider to be our enemy?
The Empire has a lot of enemies. The Republic and Jedi first up. We should focus on getting them, not fighting one another. Remember that, and maybe you'll last longer than most new agents.
You're awfully arrogant for a glorified mechanic.
I've got experience. More than you've got.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't expect you to come over. You're the field agent from Hutter, right? I'm Watcher 3.
Pleasure to meet you, Watcher 3.
And you? Watcher 2 said you'd been performing admirably, especially for a junior agent. Not that I mean any disrespect. I'm not one to talk about seniority here. I've only been Watcher 3 for 6 months. Surprised I even got a Watcher designation. If I can manage it, I'm sure you'll get a title soon.
How many Watchers are there, anyway?
Only Keeper knows for sure. I've never met a Watcher with a designation higher than 4. Watcher 1's on assignment right now, so it's just me and Watcher 2 here. Anyway, I should get back to work. I'm on surveillance duty, and I don't want to miss anything.
I'll be seeing you.
Of course. I won't keep you.
Exactly as reported. A Degree 6 revolt, population equivalent to the Duros uprising on Zilior. Subjects occupy a moderate radius of jungle. Good. Good. I recognize you from my dealings with Imperial Intelligence. I am Lord Drow. When the Empire encounters resistance on its conquered worlds, they call me. I'm here to end the slave uprising on Drummond Cass.
I wasn't aware there was a slave revolt going on.
Very soon there won't be. You can assist me in ending it. Situation is this. A Sith Lord was constructing a colossal statue of himself in the jungle. His slaves revolted and armed themselves. The Colossus remains unfinished, and well-armed slaves now control the jungle. An embarrassment for the Empire, but an opportunity for me.
Don't keep me waiting.
Excited? Good. This is a chance to refine the Empire's methods of suppressing rebellion. I'm testing a toxic weapon, a poison called Quell. Its victims experience a prolonged state of agonizing pain before finally dying. The victims' allies are so horrified by Quell's effects, they lose their wills to resist. At least that's what I intend to prove.
It sounds very noble.
Yes. Cowing the masses is a complex art. It requires a great deal of fine-tuning. I need someone to introduce a controlled amount of Quell into the slaves' water supply, so that I can determine the proper dosage. Work is dangerous, there will be armed slaves everywhere, but your success will be well rewarded. What do you say?
I'm at home dealing death from the shadows.
Indeed. The most effective agents of the Empire are the ones who work behind the scenes. My assistant, Sergeant Slerin, will recommend the correct dosage of Quell and give you a supply. See him at the research tent.
If I know Lord Drow's tastes, which unfortunately I do, he sent you for the Quell toxin.
Are you implying something, Sergeant?
My superior appreciates a particular sort of talent, that's all. What if I told you this experiment is pointless? That past studies have shown increased suffering has no impact on the speed of surrender. This has nothing to do with accelerating the end of a rebellion. Lord Drow simply takes perverse thrill in gratuitous suffering.
I'm sure Lord Drow wouldn't appreciate these comments.
Don't get me wrong, Lord Drow is very good at what he does, but he lets his personal bents impede our efficiency. I want this assignment over with. The faster this rebellion ends, the faster I'll be reassigned to more important work. Serving Lord Drow's bloodlust has stunted my career. If not for his inefficiency, I'd be a captain by now.
Can't you simply get reassigned somewhere else?
I can't go over Lord Drow's head. He'd have mine on a pole if I tried anything. Lord Drow's dosage of quell toxin will have slaves writhing in agony for pointless weeks, during which this area will remain volatile. I've prepared a dose that will kill the slaves efficiently, which is better for the Empire and for me. Will you deliver my dosage instead?
Let's end this revolt efficiently, and kill off these renegades.
Wonderful. It's the right thing for everyone. Well, almost everyone. I'll give you a maximum dose of quell toxin. Inject it into the slave camp's water filtration systems and see Lord Drow afterward.
I don't understand why it didn't work. I was meticulous with my measurements. Those slaves must be more fragile than I thought. The quell you put in their water supply is killing them outright.
Espionage is complicated. Things rarely go as planned.
True, but I had such hopes for this experiment. All my research is now useless. Oh well. You did as I asked, and your payment was not contingent on the results. Here, take your credits and go. I have a great deal of thinking to do.
Watcher 2 here. I'm receiving your signal. Mapping your location now. Glad you made it through the jungle safely, Agent. Ready to work?
Anything that gets me away from the trees. I had my fill of nature walks on Hutter.
I saw the satellite surveillance footage, but don't worry, our flora doesn't feed on chemical runoff. You may have noticed the chaos out there. There's a slave rebellion going on, and you're heading into the middle of it. Our analyst charged with monitoring the rebellion is with me. His name is Lodenth Kashar. He can fill you in on the details.
Nikak aga kip debab. Naya amgam barakaki.
How did the rebellion start? What's really going on?
Tukaki mem panino. Am kapina pek memno kimgam. Raka kalankara. Ninya orabagian megik.
Imperial Intelligence is leaving concerns about the rebellion itself to the military. You're here for a specific slave, an alien named Jurithus.
I can extract him. What's his story?
Jurithus was once owned by an anti-government radical who used slaves to carry messages to like-minded dissidents.
Kampelem ganam bagiyang manikikupukam.
Have we questioned the slave's former master?
He's gone. Dead at the hands of an over-enthusiastic agent. That's why Minder 4 is no longer with us.
Kanam chiwanemak. Hemgam yamanaya angam. Unuk inumemno. Amka kammem perolak palak.
How does SLV-16 work exactly?
Yang perlu amka. Kalami nayakira nebua ripok. Ibekap kamka kakyam. Klak nemo amya galak. Kampelem ganam bagiyang manikikupukam.
Another reason why it's useful to have aliens on staff. In any case, good luck.
I like to think we're more than just our language skills.
Of course. I didn't mean to offend. You should find your targets inside the camp. Take a slave down, apply the serum, and locate Jurithus. This is the only way we can learn what the radicals are planning. Time's running out, Agent.
Look at them out there. They're like animals. Hundreds of slaves with no one to command them and without a thought in their minds as to what to do with their freedom. Like I said, the slaves are animals. But we've noticed strange behavior in the pack. And my superiors want to know more. Some of the slaves are killing each other. We don't know if they're mad or hungry, desperate, or if there's a faction of slaves who've turned on the rest.
I can see how a slave civil war would prove useful.
Exactly what the higher-ups are saying. That the killers could potentially be manipulated. We know that the killings are ritualistic. The murderous slaves come in the night, stab their foes and paint themselves in blood. If you could investigate, catch them in the act and take them down, maybe you could find a clue to their motives.
I'll share any information I turn up.
Look for any slave who's turned on his peers. With luck, he'll lead us to answers.
You're not the initiate. But you're strong to have killed so many. You honor us. Welcome to our prison.
What is this? Are you the one behind the killings?
I am Traga Unvor, leader of the Unchained. I am master of my hatred. When the other slaves broke free, I laughed. Like you, I knew their escape was a delusion, for only Sith possess true freedom.
Care to explain that?
I know the Sith code. Freedom comes through power, through victory. I saw a chance to prove myself. I culled weak from strong. I began to kill and to teach. I showed slaves freedom through bloodshed. Now my followers and I are the masters here. And soon, we will become Sith ourselves.
Murdering your fellow slaves doesn't make you Sith.
We are hateful. We are powerful. We are free. In this way, we are already Sith. Now you can spread word of us to the Empire. Your strength is great. With your approval, we shall serve. Carry our message of allegiance to your masters, and we will become the new face of the Empire. We will be champions of the dark side.
The Empire will hear your message.
As it should be. Take this datapad, my plea to the Sith Lords. For now, I am not ready to leave the Colossus. With every kill, I feel my power grow. And there are many slaves who may yet join me. But soon, we will all be ready. We will await word from the Empire.
I'm sure you will. Doesn't make you any less of a madman.
You underestimate us. If we meet again, perhaps you will see this. Farewell for now. We return to the shadows.
It's good to see you back. I knew those slaves couldn't hold their own against you. I take it you managed to track down one of the murderers. What's their story? Can we use them?
They're crazy, but they may be useful. They sent this.
What do you mean? Let me see that datapad. This is madness. They're serious. Slaves who think they can become Sith.
We use the tools we're given, no matter what they are.
I understand. Of course. Of course you're right. I'll inform Command. I'm not actually authorized to speak with Sith Lords on the blockade. But I'll make sure they know too. It's been an honor working with you. I hope we meet again.
I'm running. Chest hurts. Something's in my head. Rain's coming down. Everything's sinking into the ground.
Potent stuff. Haven't seen anyone zoned out like that since Nar Shaddaa.
I think I know you, but I don't remember anything. I don't know what you want. Everything hurts.
I'm looking for someone. Can you help me?
I can help you. Let me help you. I don't know what to do with my head. Please tell me.
Do you know of a slave who stole coded messages?
Drithis is gone. Days gone now. It all goes so slowly. Drithis burns and starts to look like our Colossus. Incomplete. Drithis died fighting in the jungle. I don't remember why we were fighting. Drithis died, I know that.
Do you know where he kept his belongings?
He kept his old life with him. Strange life, strange datapads. He thought they were valuable. Drithis died with Sathan and Ranith and Avoira. All aliens, all friends, all fighting beside the foot of the statue. Drithis is still there, if the beasts haven't eaten him.
I'll check the pile of alien corpses then. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
What should I think about now? I don't know what to do with my head. I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's time to stop fighting. Go surrender yourself to the troops.
The troops. I don't know why I fought them. I'm going to them.
Guess he didn't have much dignity. But I wouldn't want to be him when he wakes up.
Laporam amka, mamni nikag. Nagnaya mamni kamgam. Naya nam ramkam. Kala amka mani mani. Lidik bak.
Hurry up, will you?
Kalam nebua. Memgam gam ginia kekuan. Amber na hanak.
Do you have any idea what he wants?
Bomo kala apayan. Nilama ini amka amka.
Agent, you're to suspend all field operations immediately. You're needed elsewhere.
I wasn't expecting to hear from you, Keeper.
Watcher 2 is still your liaison to base, but I wanted to deliver these orders personally. Darth Jadis wants to speak with you. You will proceed to his chambers for an audience. You've met Darth Jadis, experienced his power. I suggest you treat him with respect and do as he asks.
Why would he want to talk to me?
I told you on Hutter that he would reward success, or failure, appropriately. It seems he's decided now is the time. You will resume operations when this is finished, Agent. Keep her out.
Well, that didn't sound so good. Still, powerful men are the same across the galaxy. I'll bet your life that whatever else Jadis is, he's a powerful man too.
The Ratataki must remain outside. The Master has not requested her presence.
Looks like I'll have to miss this one then. Real shame.
You don't have to go, Kalia. Listen.
Don't worry about it. Now that I'm a loyal Imperial agent, who am I to defy the Dark Council's wishes?
Come, stand before me, and revel in the power of the Dark Council. Allow your body to betray you. Allow your blood to boil and your heart to slow. Everything that is not of the dark side will be purged, or it will be tainted. This is inoculation, Agent. This is a sacred rite. You are privileged.
The religion of the Sith is not my religion.
The ways of the Sith are the ways of the Empire, so it shall always be. But that is not why I summoned you. This is your due reward. You proved yourself by outmaneuvering the Hutts. Now I choose you to exterminate the dissidents who would destroy our way of life. I sense your uncertainty. You wonder why I involve myself in this affair, why I take an interest in you and Imperial intelligence.
I have to admit the question crossed my mind.
Many in the Dark Council hold themselves above the mundane business of the Empire. I believe this is a mistake. I believe we must spread the ways of the Sith to the Empire entire, plant terror and hatred in every heart. I believe in the democratization of fear. But these dissidents threaten all progress. Left unchecked, they would reduce our world to ash and raise nothing in its place.
What do they want, aside from the destruction of the Empire?
They want what children want. Unlimited freedom without responsibility. This makes them no less dangerous. Do not underestimate our enemies. They are powerful, and there are those who sympathize with them, people at the highest levels of government. I chose you for this assignment, not only because of your successes, but because you are an outsider, an alien whom your superiors disdain and overlook. Your loyalty is uncompromised.
I believe I understand, my lord.
Good. Watch those around you, and trust no one. I will leave Dromund Kaas soon aboard the starship Dominator. I will travel with 1,000 dignitaries, diplomats, and slaves, and show them the galaxy as I envision it. When I return, I expect the dissidents to have been purged. Kneel before me now, and I will ensure that you have the means to succeed.
It's not as if I have much choice. I'll kneel.
I have remade the pitiful creatures around you into my image. So shall I remake you into the vessel for my power. Now go from here, and return to your duties.
I've learned a great deal. Thank you for this audience.
Remember what I have said. Remember that you walk the path to power. And remember that I am eternal.
I'm here. What's the situation?
This is Watcher 2. We're still working on full analysis of the slaves' files, but we have a new lead. Proceed to the Nexus Room Cantina in Kaas City. I'll brief you once you're in place.
I assume you'll pick up my tab. Is there a dress code?
It's a high-class place. Something eye-catching. Watcher 2 out.
Think the hottest smell is off my boots. Should have kicked in more faces while it lasted.
You talk about violence very casually.
I'm a casual girl. You and me against the galaxy. It's gonna be fun. All blasters and girl talk.
You shoot high, I'll shoot low.
That's the spirit. Let's get moving.
This is Watcher 2, signal established. I've tapped into the Cantina holocams, Agent. I can see you from 6 different angles. We're ready to go.
I can do my job without being watched.
Being watched is part of your job. Be grateful we make you aware of it. So, Theovor Mindak is a genius inventor and entrepreneur working with the Radicals. Unfortunately, Theovor is being sheltered by the Sith Lord Grathan. Grathan turns a blind eye to Theovor's affiliations in exchange for weapon designs.
First Darth Jadus, now Lord Grathan. I'm starting to dislike Sith politics.
Watch yourself. Statements like that reflect badly on an intelligence agent, and all of this is on record. Dealing with Grathan directly isn't an option. He's involved in a power struggle with the other Dark Lords. In essence, he's gone rogue. However, Theovor's daughter Samara frequents this cantina. She has access to Theovor's workshop in Grathan's estate.
You think she's willing to turn against family?
We believe so. Samara Mindak is rich, young, and willing to flaunt her advantages. She's popular with the Karst City elite, but hardly beloved. No meaningful connections or reputation. Our profile suggests she'll cooperate if given incentives. I've located her in a private lounge. It's up to you how to handle her.
Is there a standard procedure for this?
Just the usual tools of the trade. Diplomacy, blackmail, and intimidation. Use them well. Once Samara's told you how to reach her father's workshop, head to Lord Grathan's estate. Send us anything you find on Theovor's computers.
I'm sure Samara and I will be fast friends.
Undoubtedly. Go. I'll be watching.
What good are Mandalorians if they can't escort a few trade shipments? It's not like we need them for the war.
Stop obsessing about the mercenaries, Obanth. You wish you could carry a Vira blade.
You get vicious after a while, don't you?
Sure. I'm gonna go talk to someone else now.
She's a brat, but she's got spirit. Wanna break it?
And look at you. Enjoying yourself? It's not the worst party I've ever been to, but it needs improvement, you know?
I know what you mean, but things are looking up now.
Yeah, I guess. A military girl's allowed to have a good time. You are military, right? Not a lot of aliens walk in here without a chaperone. I figure you've got to be very special.
I'm not military, I'm from Imperial Intelligence.
I see. You're going to make me mysteriously disappear.
Samara, be careful. You need to take this seriously.
Shut up, Obanth. I said I'm done with you. So, tell me, how can I serve the Empire?
I need to talk to your father, Samara. He's been causing us trouble.
Dad's working for Lord Grathan these days. Creepy guy. Anyway, if you want to talk to Theovor, not sure what I can do. He isn't seeing a lot of visitors.
What do you want in return for helping us?
My father's inventions made us rich, so I don't want that taken away. No government seizure, okay? I want all his credits, all his property transferred to my accounts. Seem like a good deal?
Watcher 2, I assume you're following along. Can we accommodate her?
If the information pans out, we'll give you what you want, Samara.
Well, okay, good, then. We've got terms. Theovor's workshop is in Lord Grathan's estate. It's sealed tight. I'll give you my codes, but you still need a guard's keycard.
We're finished here. Stay out of trouble.
Fine. I have a party to get back to.
I know of you. You work quietly and tell no secrets. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Charnas. I speak in his name, and I would bargain for your services.
If your master needs me, he can come to me himself.
My master prefers to remain in the shadows, but do not doubt his power, nor his ability to reward success. I speak for him. I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
I serve no one. I suggest you learn that quickly.
I chose my words poorly. I apologize, but you are needed. Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
You want me to join them, I take it?
I want you to help my master ruin them. Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
That's what I'm best at.
The Revanites have a secret compound in the jungle. Take this token to the cultist at the entrance. He will initiate you. Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward.
Hold your position, please, and keep your weapon holstered. The remotes are scanning you now. You check out. Sorry if I was brusque. We're on the lookout for anyone with Lord Grathan, and I'm sick of letting him stomp on my people.
Care to explain that?
Look, stick around a minute. I don't know if you're familiar with the situation, but Grathan's a nightmare. The Sith Lord's gone rogue. He's holed up in his estate past the wall. He's got weapons, shields, and a cadre of scientists developing new tech to use against us. Grathan wants respect and authority from the Dark Council, so in true Sith fashion, he turned on his masters to prove his power. As a result, we have to put up with this lunacy. So if you're here to cause Grathan problems anyway, you might help us out.
You have weapons and training. Handle things yourself.
Believe me, I'd like to, but my hands are tied. Here's the story. There are nearly 100 men assigned to this sector, some on the wall, some watching Grathan. 20 are missing. My men. Practically my kids. Grathan stole them, and I want them back.
Why would Lord Grathan be kidnapping soldiers?
I don't know what Lord Grathan wants with them. Maybe he's holding them hostage just to demoralize us, who knows? But if you're heading to Grathan's grounds, help them get out. Tell them to report back to their Duchess. That's, what they call me.
Duchess? You'll have to explain that.
You try making it as an officer without getting tagged with a nickname. I've got reports saying that Grathan's been transporting prisoners to another wing of his estate. I don't know if it's my people he's moving, but it's worth checking out. Watch yourself. Grathan doesn't mess around.
Authorization. Authorization. System cannot identify. Please don't go! Please don't go! What's happening? Are you with Lord Grathan? Are you invading? System cannot identify.
I'm here for the people Grathan kidnapped.
I am a soldier. System cannot stop. Reassigning priorities. Operating number 2188-697. Please, did the Duchess send you? Please help me.
Your commander sent me to free you and the others.
We failed to defend ourselves. Grathan's people took us prisoner for experiments. The scientists cut open our heads, put us in droids. Identification model OHK-99. They program us for advanced intelligence. Enhanced combat tactics. Now my body's lying dead across the room. I can see it.
This technology should belong to the Imperial Army.
No one should be allowed to do this. No one deserves this. I'm the last. The others have all been converted. They can't talk, can't disobey. But I know they can still think, feel. Please listen. You could disable us all. Send the shutdown command from our central command console. Please. You could put an end to this. Use the command console. I can't go with you, motor and combat systems non-functional. Please, make it stop hurting.
You thought you could take me by surprise. but you can't.
What do you want to bet this ends badly?
Those were my daughter's access codes you used. Whatever you've done to her, I'll have my revenge.
Calm down, Theovore. Your daughter is fine.
Fine? Imperial intelligence doesn't leave people fine. You people took away my wife, stole her from my house one night, and never told me what happened. My only daughter grew up to be worthless, and now you've taken her from me too. I despise your kind.
We can resolve this peacefully, if you'll just listen to me.
No, there won't be any peace until the Empire changes its ways.
This is Watcher 2. I'm downloading the contents of Theovore's computers. Looks like blueprints, work he's done for Lord Grathan, and... encrypted files. I should be able to decipher them if I cross-reference with the slave's datapad. Don't like what I'm seeing. There's a timetable, activity convergences, indications of something big. Get back to base as soon as you can.
What do you mean by something big?
Not sure yet. The encryption's good. Good enough that I can't talk and think it through at the same time. I'll see you soon, Agent. Watcher 2 out.
So, I guess I have to thank you for returning my soldiers. My soldiers who've been tormented and put in droid bodies. My soldiers whom I didn't even recognize at first. You brought them back to me.
I did exactly what you asked me to do. I returned them alive.
They're missing their minds. They'll take orders, but they can't think like people anymore. Not your fault, I get that. Blast. Looking at those droids makes me sick.
The military has scientists, resources. Someone should be able to aid them.
The Science Bureau wants them for research. Moff Goran wants them for a special strike team. Whatever's left of their lives won't be pretty. Best thing to hope for is that with time they don't remember what's happened. Hope that their brains shut down completely. Blast it all. Anyway, you've earned your pay. You've made my superiors very happy. Those men.
I did my part. Don't forget that.
You did the job, yes. I'll see you around. And anyway, I need to contact these droids' families.
You lose your way in the jungle. You have my sympathies, but we can't help. We have no food or water to offer. There's nothing for you here, and strangers are not welcome in this place. You'd best be going.
I was given this token. Does it tell you anything?
I'm not sure. Ah, you do have the token. Someone must have had great faith in you to send you our way. Welcome to the Order of Revan, Initiate. Welcome to your new life.
What is this place?
This place is our haven, built by the Master and protected by the faithful. Here we leave our duties to the Empire behind. This is where the Master guides us in the mysteries of Revan, the one who began a Jedi but grew into a Sith, and then something more.
Why would a Jedi join the Sith? And what do you mean by something more?
As a Jedi, Revan was a warrior who slaughtered armies. As a Sith, Revan was a teacher who trained 1,000 dark apprentices. Eventually, Jedi and Sith both turned on Revan. But instead of being destroyed, Revan was reborn.
What do you mean, reborn? What was Revan's final fate?
Revan was stripped of power, stripped of life, of memory, and left to rot. And still, Revan relearned the ways of the Force. The reborn Revan destroyed Jedi and Sith, and came to Dromund Kaas. Although Revan's life ended here, the Master preserved that life, so that we may learn from it.
I'm not Sith. What does Revan have to teach me?
Sith or not, Imperial or not, Revan taught many people. Anyone can benefit from our work. Take part in our rituals, learn Revan's path to greatness, succeed, and you earn the right to join us.
Then I look forward to learning.
Around you, you'll find your new teachers, Revanites who have spent their lives recovering the works of Darth Revan. Speak to them. Complete the tasks you are given. When you are through, return to me, and the Master will give you your final lessons.
Speak with me. Darth Revan appreciated all species of the galaxy, and so do his followers. I remember when I was like you. I remember my trials and the joy of killing in the Master's name. You're so fortunate.
I don't need a cult leader to tell me when or whom to kill.
Neither did I, but you'll find that killing as a Revanite is more fulfilling. I'm Ladra. Once the personal assassin of a Sith Lord, I am now the serene protector of the Master and his students. I contemplate Revan's teachings as I execute intruders and heretics, but I also guide initiates and help determine their trials.
How did a disturbed woman like you acquire so much power?
Disturbed? I'm the product of Darth Revan's teachings and the Master's instruction. My mind is clear, as yours will soon be. Every Revanite's initiation includes a trial of the past, a rite to bind the initiate to Revan. Your rite will be very special. You will find the mask of Darth Revan, what he wore after becoming Sith. It's a powerful symbol of his greatness, long lost to us.
I have to do this to meet the Master?
Of course. The Master doesn't waste time with students. You must complete your initiation. The mask is in a collection of antiquities possessed by my former teacher, the Sith Lord Grathan. It must be freed from that heretic, rescued in a rain of blood and death.
Stealing from a Sith Lord won't be easy to survive.
Revan faced death to achieve greatness, as will you. Speak to Torun, our curator. He'll give you the spiritual guidance you need and tell you where the mask is. When your journey's done, bring the mask to me. Good luck. Welcome the peace that comes with serving the Master. Ah, you've returned. You must have talked to Torun by now. Did you make it out to the estate? Did you? Did you see the mask? Wasn't it amazing?
I have the mask right here.
Oh, you have it. I never thought I'd see it again. Free from Grathan's prison at last. Free from the hands of heretics. It's a wonderful day.
You're fawning over a trinket. It isn't Revan. Only a mask.
Oh, poor initiate. You still don't understand, but it's all right. The mask is with us now. I have a gift for you, to celebrate your success and the completion of the rite. I can't finish your initiation, only the Master can do that. But I can recognize achievement. You've done so very well. The mask will guide us forevermore.
More initiates, The compound's getting less secure all the time. Still, I suppose the Master knows what he's doing. And if you can follow the ways of Revan, we'll judge your worth.
I'm not interested in being judged by my inferiors.
Until you've proven yourself, you're nothing here. Remember that. Revan didn't work alone. Revan had allies, all walks of life. We're no different. You want to join us? You need to face the men and women who got here first and who've proved that they're loyal to the Master.
What exactly do you need?
You need to show those in the Master's inner circle that you understand Revan's teachings. They'll ask questions. You'll answer. If they're not satisfied, they'll abandon the test of wisdom and begin your test of strength. Revan didn't suffer the weak.
From what I've seen, weakness prevails among the Revanites.
Then it's time you saw something more. Your pilgrimage starts in the jungle. You'll find your first guide there. He'll determine whether you're worth sending on to the rest. Be ready for anything, Initiate. The jungle's dangerous, and so are the true Revanites.
Come
Come on over. There's nothing to trouble us here, and we can speak freely. I'm Major Pathel, at your service. It's always wonderful to meet new initiates. The Order of Revan needs all the dedicated young people it can get.
You're awfully cheerful, aren't you?
A necessary precondition of living on the wall, I think. To keep healthy out here, one needs spirit. I don't know how your other meetings went, but I like to conduct these interviews informally. No point making your life difficult, eh? And quite a few initiates, young officers, acolytes, and the like, think our secret society will help them become morphs or Dark Lords. You're not like that, I presume?
I intend to earn my rank, sir.
I'm sure you do. And I'm sure you will. Not every initiate realizes that advancement in the Revanites does not guarantee advancement in the Empire, nor how dangerous being a Revanite really is. The Dark Council seeks to root us out. So, how do we respond? How do we answer the Empire's accusations of heresy?
We move secretly. We manipulate those in power.
Exactly. We work in the shadows to reform the Empire, but we don't betray its ideals. That's all I needed to make my judgment. I'm going to send a message to the compound. Raymond will be waiting for you.
Does this mean my trial's done?
Well, that's not for me to say, but I have a good feeling about you. Journey safely, and be proud to be a part of the Order of Revan.
You who have died and been reborn, stand before me now. You who have reclaimed the ancient past, stand before me now. You who have demonstrated power and wisdom to my followers, look upon the Master of the Order of Revan.
Are you too afraid to show your face?
Silence! This is the end of your initiation and the beginning of your true journey. You will walk the path of Revan forevermore. The enemies of the Order will force you to move in shadows. But we shall keep your secrets safe, as you shall keep ours.
The time for subterfuge is over. Know me for who I am.
I thought the Master was a man.
The ruse serves its purpose. Besides, it felt appropriate. Revan's own gender is unclear in many of our records. I apologize for the deception, and for not meeting you sooner, but you must know how badly the Dark Council wants me dead. The Order of Revan threatens everything the Dark Council prizes.
What makes the Order such a threat?
Revan came to Drummond Cass after being reborn. Some believe Revan died at the hands of our Emperor. I believe otherwise. I believe Revan overthrew the Emperor and has sat secretly on the throne for 3 centuries. Aside from our Order, only the Dark Council knows the truth.
I'm not sure about this.
I have heard whispers in the Citadel. For decades, the Emperor has been in seclusion. The Dark Council no longer speaks with him. The only explanation is this. The Dark Council betrayed their leader and locked Emperor Revan away, seizing power for themselves. They seek to silence us because we know.
They want to silence you because they think you're heretics.
They do. But listing their many reasons for destroying us is pointless. I would ask for your help. My agents tell me that you met with a Sith named Sandor, a man who seeks to destroy the Revanites. End his threat. Go to Sandor and tell him that you met the Revanite leader. Tell him that the leader is his own master, Darth Charnas.
What makes you think I won't betray you instead?
You're one of us now. I put my trust in you, Revanite. I obtained this Sith amulet from Charnas. Give it to Sandor. He'll believe you stole it from his master while among the Revanites. They will turn against each other. When this is done, though, when you've spoken to Sandor, you cannot return here.
But I thought I was part of the Order.
Sandor must never suspect your true allegiance. You must walk the path of Revan on your own. The path to power. The path neither Jedi nor Sith. May the Force be with you. May it make you strong.
The subtle, silent agent. I am sorry you had to see Sith so weak as the Revanites. Tell me now, did you find what we need? Did you see the face of the leader?
She's a Sith Lord. Dark-skinned, with black hair and tattoos.
I know her. I know her, yes! Tari Darkspanner. My master knows her. We will use her. The Dark Council will strip her of her power, her mind, and her life.
Makes sense to me.
I promised you a reward in the name of Darth Charnas, so you shall have it. You have served the Empire well. Thanks to you, we have the means to obliterate this society of heretics. The name of Revan will be spoken on Drummond Cast no more.
That should wrap things up.
Of course. Leave me now. It is time to put Darth Charnas' plans into action.
Watcher 3, I need that link up to the Dominator. If Lord Jadis wishes to observe, we must accommodate him.
Establishing hololink, sir. Data flow is synchronized.
Glad you found the time to pay us a visit, Agent. Take your place. The briefing starts now.
It'd be helpful if someone told me about these things.
Sorry, Agent. It's been hectic.
Lord Jadis, are you receiving our transmission?
I am. Proceed, Keeper.
Very well. You all know we've been attempting to determine the Dissidents' plan of attack. Thanks to recent operations, we have the information we need. Unfortunately, the news is worse than we expected. A major strike is imminent. The Dissidents are targeting the ancient power conduits that run beneath the capital.
Why target power conduits? Why not something more vital?
Their intention is to overload the power grid, causing a cascade failure that would detonate the power relay stations. The resulting explosions would kill hundreds of people, and the blackout would leave us vulnerable to further attacks.
Sir, aren't all access points to the power grid under military control?
All but one. The terrorists intend to access the power conduits through the Dark Temple.
The Dark Temple? That doesn't sound promising.
I'll sum up for those of you unfamiliar with the history. The Dark Temple predates Drummond Cast's colonization. It was sealed by the Sith during the city's construction. When the Dark Council opened it some months back, they found it inhabited by force-driven phenomena. Workers on site began disappearing inside, controlled by unknown entities.
But whereas we saw the Dark Temple as a threat to be contained, the Dissidents saw it as an opportunity. The temple rests directly above a key power junction. If the Dissidents can push past the, phenomena, they can access the grid.
These Dissidents have been planning. They have supplies, maps, and weapons, and they're not counting on making it out alive. This is a suicide run.
What's the likelihood they'll even make it to their goal?
Watcher 2 calculates 40% odds of at least one Dissident reaching the target. We have security footage of Dissidents heading toward the Dark Temple. A full squad of operatives will pursue the...
No.
My lord?
There will be no squad. The Dark Temple is sacred ground and will not be unduly disturbed. My agent will go alone.
Are you sure about this?
My lord, I strongly urge you to reconsider. If the Dissidents succeed, we...
The spirits of the temple must not be disturbed. Not by terrorists, and not by Imperial intelligence. One agent will suffice. My role here is finished. Do as I will, Keeper.
Very well. Then the decision is made. You will go to the Dark Temple, stop the radicals from reaching the conduits and detonating their charges.
There's no mission like a suicide mission.
If you don't make it back, appropriate arrangements will be made.
We'll monitor you as long as we can, but the temple blocks most transmissions, so just, good luck, Agent.
Good luck to you too.
Go on, Agent. The Dark Temple is waiting.
I've sent 3 separate expeditions into the Dark Temple. Not one has returned. I can't say for sure what's going on, but people who go in there, they don't come back.
Why do you say that?
Sounds I heard coming out of that place would send a Rancor running, if it was smart enough to run. You can survive the Dark Temple. I beg you to do me, and more importantly, the Empire a favor. The expeditions I sent in were looking for specific data. I can spare the manpower, they were slaves mostly, but the data is essential.
What kind of data was it?
We were studying a recent increase in seismic activity in the area, including possible damage to the temple itself. The slaves from the expeditions were equipped with data pads to store the data they collected. Bring back those data pads. This information's vital to future construction on Drummond Cast. It's not glamorous, but will you help?
We'll see if I have time.
I'll mark the location the expedition last signaled from on your map. It's the best I can do.
You look like an Imperial intelligence agent. Hardly what I would have expected the Dark Council to send to secure the temple.
I'm not here to secure the temple.
Of course, I've been ignored again. How stupid of me. If you're here, however, you must have the authority to enter the Dark Temple. You could still save this planet.
Saving people isn't usually what I do.
Then you have missed a great avenue for glory. The Dark Temple is ancient, built during a previous incarnation of our empire. 1,000 years ago, our own emperor buried his enemies here. These enemies remain powerful, even in death, which is why the temple was sealed. But now, something terrible has happened.
Some idiot went and woke them up?
With the Emperor's attention elsewhere, a group of ambitious but ignorant Sith thought to gain power by raiding the temple. They didn't find the relics they sought. Instead, they awoke an ancient Sith Lord, Lord Calig, and their expedition plunged into madness.
If I go in, will I go mad too?
Not necessarily. Many of the troops sent in after were simply slaughtered. Because Lord Calig died by ambush, I believe he awakened unaware of his own death, and his expectations became reality for those around him. His power overwhelmed all inside the temple. And even now the workers plot wars against each other, believing themselves Sith Lords, and drawing terrible power from Calig himself.
Are there more dead Sith Lords in there?
Ah, you begin to see the crisis. There are still more ancient Sith Lords whose spirits lay dormant in the temple. If the ancient Sith Lords are woken by the violence within, they could overrun Dromund Kaas.
I was just thinking of getting off this planet.
If the other ancients awake and escape, there will be nowhere in the galaxy safe from their wrath. I have studied all of the burial chambers within. Each was made with the same ancient design, one we can exploit. If you fuse the 500-kilogram hinges on each tomb door, even a violent assault should not be able to wake the ancients.
What exactly do you need?
The team I sent in earlier was using a massive metal torch. Effective, but slow, I'm afraid. They did not make it far. The torch must be recovered, and the doors of the ancients sealed. Do you dare approach the great Nil Venerus, Lord of the Sith, Master of the Undying Darkness? Answer me. What insolence brings you to this place, slave?
I'm a servant of the Empire. I'm authorized to be here.
What? You're not afraid of me? You aren't a mindless puppet like the rest of them? I don't understand.
What's going on here?
I'm not sure. I was part of an expedition sent by the Empire to measure strange activity in the Dark Temple. But soon after we entered, we all became different people. I became the mighty Lord Venerus, and the others became my obedient followers and servants.
Slow down and start again.
We were gathering data for the Empire, and then we were all suddenly possessed. It's strange that you seem to be unaffected. In fact, it's strange to find you here at all. I thought the Imperials gave up sending people in here. What exactly are you doing here?
I was sent after your expedition.
So, the Imperials haven't given up on getting their precious data, after all. This is lucky. You see, ever since I came to my senses, I've been worried that my followers will begin to doubt my leadership. I can't lose my power. I can't go back to being a slave. But maybe we can help each other.
It wouldn't be hard for me to eliminate you and your followers.
Well, I guess that's true. Except I'm the only one who can make all the others turn in their data. All I ask is that you find the symbols of Lord Venerus's power. They were looted from his tomb by the people possessed by Venerus's enemies. The symbols will help me reinforce my followers' belief in me, lock them in their dream.
It seems you've only left me the one option if I want that data.
Please, just think a while about my offer. Be careful. Venerus's old enemies will put up a good fight.
Hello, stranger. My internal chronometer tells me it has been exactly 963 years since this hologram was made. Have the Sith truly lived in fear of me for so long?
Why should the Sith fear you?
It is what the Sith do. Their passions, their fear especially, feed their power. A power that inspires yet more fear. Like so many before me, I challenged the Emperor and was buried in this temple. Fortunately, I had just enough time to make this, an interactive image that would transmit my secrets to whomever was bold enough to find my tomb and unlock it.
I unlocked your tomb, so start transmitting.
Patience, and everything will become clear. The way of the Sith lies in channeling the Force through the use of powerful emotions. Fear is the chief of these. The Sith feed on palpable dread.
They've built a whole empire out of fear.
It's a lie. Fear is a lie. Passion, a lie. Fear gives temporary power, and passion is easily manipulated. Real strength in the Force comes when one is no longer afraid. And one can purge fear when one stops grasping. After power, after things, after life itself, and allows the Force to guide him. There is only the Force.
What do you mean, there's only the Force?
Just that. Everything there is, life and death alike, is wrapped up in the Force. What I learned only lives on through this image and its device. Yet I am one with the Force, eternal and at peace. Take them. Take my teachings to the Sith. They will find power there, but a different kind. Not of darkness, but light.
The world must know what you've learned.
The Sith should know fear is not the only way. As for me, my message is concluded. I will now depart.
My network of spies reports that you crushed my enemies underfoot and found the symbols of power I requested.
Just give me the data so I can leave this place.
I had not forgotten. I, too, have been very busy. Here is the data my servants collected before the temple transformed them. Let the Empire make of it what they will.
Enjoy your empire while it lasts.
Actually, that reminds me. There's one last itty-bitty little thing you can do, you see. Power is useless without subjects. So, I'd be grateful when you turn in the data, you'd encourage the Imperials to send more expeditions my way.
You're really every bit as conniving as the real thing. You know that?
Yes. I do think I've finally found my true calling. I can assure you, my gratitude if you send more slaves to be my followers will not be insubstantial.
You with the military? I heard the shots, but I wasn't sure. I can't believe you actually followed us in here. None of us are gonna make it back out, you know that, right?
I know you're one of the terrorists. Tell me what's happened.
I'm one of the terrorists, all right. Like everyone you kill. That's why we decided to make a stand. To terrorize. I'm the last one. A dozen of us came into the temple and the rest are dead. Or gone. Same with you, I guess.
You should have known you couldn't pull this off. What did you mean to accomplish?
To show the Empire what it means to fight for freedom. And we still will. You can shoot me now. You can save the power grid, preserve the Imperial lifestyle for a little longer. But there are other cells. They'll keep fighting.
What other cells are you talking about?
Other cells, other planets. This attack was just the tip of the iceberg. There's worse coming. But that's all you're going to learn. You can't stop me. You have to kill me. Shoot me now, Imperial, before the ghosts get into your head.
You don't care if the ghosts get into my head. You're worried they'll get into yours.
Yes, damn you! That's not how I want to go. I saw what happened to my friends. I took comfort in the fact that I died when we took out the power grid. Have mercy. Kill me now before the ghosts come.
I plan to stay and watch the spirits get you. It's no worse than you deserve.
No, please don't. I can feel it coming now.
Haha, the only thing more powerful than the Dark Temple. Any luck getting that data?
Here's your data, as promised.
Hey, you actually came through. Can't say I was expecting that. Can't say it's not a relief. Now we can finally stop sending expeditions in there, wasting all those slaves who should be building monuments to the Empire.
Slaves shouldn't be collecting data anyway.
My superiors may feel differently, but I tend to agree with you on that point. Anyway, I believe that concludes our business here. Goodbye then, and thanks for the data. Your service to the Empire will not be forgotten.
You're back. I hope you sealed the chambers of the ancients, Keleth Ur's chamber especially. I'm terrified to think what would happen if Keleth Ur and his crazed ideas were to re-emerge.
I think his secrets are worth examining.
What? What's this? How could you? No, I want no part of this. Please, destroy it. Bury it. Steal it away.
You sound a little scared.
Clearly you don't understand. Throughout history, the light has endeavored to destroy the darkness. The Emperor was right to murder Keleth Ur for his heresy. Peace, serenity, words for the stifling of the very emotions that drive us.
Wouldn't it be wise to learn the teachings of our enemy?
No, that's not... Wait. Yes, I think I understand your reasoning. Fine. I will take the teachings of Keleth Ur and study them so that the darkness may prevail over the light. Now, please, leave. The temple is safe, and I must take these teachings back to my chambers and make sure they're secure.
We've got wreckage coming down over the city. From that height and at that velocity, the collateral damage alone could cost millions.
If the reactor core was breached, the radiation damage will...
I don't care about the radiation damage, damn it. Get me security footage, communications logs, something we can use.
Shouldn't someone be celebrating our successful return?
All military channels are reporting in. The Dominator has been completely destroyed.
I don't think I'm going to like this.
It's good to see you. There was a secondary target. Apparently...
Watcher 2, I still need confirmation. And you, Agent, get ready to move. We need everyone operational.
Sorry, sir. But there were over 3,000 people on that ship. Half of them civilians.
I'm aware of that. Do your job, Watcher 2. Run the numbers.
Lockdown procedures are in place. All traffic has been grounded.
Initial analysis is done. Cross-checking with the droids.
Getting conflicting reports from the Car City spaceport. Trying to sort it out.
Nothing could have survived that explosion. All sources confirm casualties are 100%.
Then Darth Jadis is dead.
How's that possible?
There was an explosion aboard the Dominator. We're not sure about the origin, but it has to be connected to the dissidents. Darth Jadis was leaving on a special tour of the Empire. He brought military personnel, civilians, and Sith to his flagship as part of some grand vision. Now they're all dead.
How are we responding?
Standard planetary security procedures. No one goes anywhere until we say so.
Sir, we've got a starship trying to take off. Several dissidents from the watch list are aboard. Military squads are moving to intervene.
They'll blow the ship to pieces. I want the terrorists alive and I want their computer intact. You, Fixer, do we have any Sec-M units available?
What? I don't...
The Sec-Ms, the mouse droids. Find one and bring it back now. Whatever ordeal you went through in the Dark Temple, your recovery will have to wait. I need you in the field.
What's the assignment?
One moment. Fixer!
I have the droid here.
Good. Agent, I need you to get to the city cargo port. There's a terrorist ship attempting to take off. Take the mouse droid and deliver it into one of the ship's maintenance conduits. With the droid aboard, we can disable the hyperdrive and download its computer contents.
What happens after that?
Their ship won't be able to leave this star system. We'll use a tractor beam to bring them in and start interrogations. Get going. We need you to plant that mouse droid. Any conduit on the ship's outer hull should do. And when you're back, we have things to discuss. Welcome back, Agent. Excellent work out there. Absolutely excellent.
The mouse droid has just sent the contents of the ship's computer, sir. I'll send the military to pick up the dissidents.
At least one thing's gone smoothly today. The worst seems to have passed, but don't expect to rest anytime soon.
Do we know any more about the attack?
We're fairly certain the explosion came from inside the Dominator. In all likelihood, one of the civilians on board was the bomber.
Keeper, I'm receiving a transmission. Someone's broadcasting a holo-recording to the entire Imperial Communications network.
Can we see it?
Patching it through now. I'm going to try to pinpoint the source.
Citizens of the Empire, this is the Eagle. I'm here to tell you that our government is corrupt. When the Emperor signed his treaty with the Galactic Republic, we were promised a new epoch. Glory unrivaled since the first Sith dynasty. Instead, our Empire has suffered. Apathetic moffs and wicked lords of the Dark Council vie for power, while our soldiers die over worthless planets in nameless star systems.
Typical consolidationist rhetoric. Watcher 2, keep trying to find a source for the broadcast. Everyone else start pulling up our files on the Eagle.
Any idea what he wants?
Power. Whatever political agenda he's espousing, whatever reforms his followers want, what he's really after is power.
Anyone who speaks out in favor of reform is kidnapped and tortured by Imperial intelligence. This must not continue.
The Ministry of Logistics reports that they can't jam the signal. Everyone in the Empire is seeing this.
A short while ago, a group of defiant revolutionaries destroyed an Imperial dreadnought. 3,000 people were aboard, including Darth Jadis, a Lord of the Dark Council. We chose to strike at Darth Jadis publicly so that every Imperial citizen would know the truth. The Dark Council is not invulnerable. We can effect change. We regret the sacrifice of so many civilians, but it was necessary. The Empire cannot cover up this momentous event. Imperial intelligence cannot silence our call to arms.
Get to the point, you piece of filth. What is it you really want to say?
He's coming to the climax. He knows how to put together a broadcast, all right.
Here it comes.
This is only the first step towards a better future. We have agents throughout the Empire preparing to strike again and again. We will not relent until our government chooses strength over weakness, unity over discord. We will continue to show the anger of the people. This is the Eagle. End transmission.
So, our enemy has a name. You think you can deal with that, Agent?
I'm not sure what you mean.
We've made mistakes today. We underestimated the Eagle. We were too slow to eliminate the dissidents. We assumed the Dark Temple was the Soul Terror's target. But you performed above and beyond expectations. You showed you can handle these people, and now you're going to show us the way forward.
Sir, I don't understand. What are you suggesting?
You are going to head our operation to dismantle the Eagle's network. You will locate and eliminate his terror cells through infiltration, manipulation, and assassination. I am assigning you a rank and designation as suits your new position. You no longer have a name. You will answer only to Cipher 9.
Why Cipher?
Cipher agents are faceless. They go wherever needed, become whoever is necessary to get the job done.
Congratulations, Cipher 9. You earned this.
Cipher 9, huh? Cute. But I think I'll keep calling you Agent.
With the rank comes certain privileges, including a degree of operational independence. You may recruit your own operatives, and you will be outfitted with a starship. Watcher 2, you will remain Cipher 9's liaison to base. I assume that won't be a problem?
No problem, sir. Glad to stay a part of this operation.
Good. Begin analyzing all reports on recent dissident activity. I want a list of possible terror cell locations within the hour. The Eagle says he's got agents around the galaxy. Assuming he's telling the truth, you're going to be doing some traveling.
There are worse fates than seeing a few new planets.
Indeed. Your starship is at the spaceport. It's been refit and removed from public record. Watcher 2 will upload likely activity centers for the Eagle and his network. Proceed to your targets as you see fit.
Any final instructions, sir? Or is that all?
Be careful of these people, Cipher. Destroying the Dominator was no mean feat. Killing Darth Jadis was nearly unthinkable. But this is our job. Do whatever is required. And good luck.
Cypher 9. It's going to be a while before I'm used to saying that. Looks like we've got a moment of calm. How are you handling everything?
Managing. But I'm ready for whatever's next.
I'm glad to hear it. Look, I apologize if I seemed short with you before. The situation with the Dominator shook me. How is it that I can torture a colleague without feeling a thing? But 3,000 dead strangers is too much to handle?
Hold on a second. Who did you torture?
It was before your time and it had to be done. Don't worry about it. It's been a long day and I've still got to send our reports to the Minister of Intelligence. I'm sure you have plenty to do yourself.
Take care of yourself, all right?
And you.
So we're clear. Imperial rations are nasty, and I lived on grubs and 2-credit wine for a year. They raise you on those things. No wonder you're a bunch of stiffs.
You make it sound like you don't like the Imperial lifestyle.
Only time I kneel is to puke in the refresher. Here's what I don't get. You got a little brass, you got a little style. You're not totally one of them. But you still play keeper's pet. Shoot all the right people when you could work for... whoever.
I get to lie, cheat, and murder legally and for profit.
I'll give you that, but you could do better. Me? I'm in long enough to lay low, pick up some cash, sort out some personal stuff you guys can help with. Then I'm gone.
What sort of personal stuff?
Made a deal with your bosses when I came on board. Nothing you need to worry about. Now let's get back to it before the world misses us.